Good afternoon, everybody. It's time for Strat-O-Matic Baseball. Spokane Steve here, bringing you a 1966 game between the Detroit Tigers and the Cleveland Indians. Starting pitchers, Mickey Lolich, the lefty for Detroit. Gary Bell, the right-hander for Cleveland. Hang on a second, let me get my coffee, and we'll go over the pregame numbers and get this one underway. And greetings, Kenyon. How are you today, sir? And there's So. Howdy, So. Hope your day is going well. Both these pitchers with pretty good cards. Again, this was not Mickey Lolich's best season. In the replay, however, he's 3-2 with a 3.38 ERA. Bell, despite a very nice card, has not fared well at all. He's 1-2 with a very high 7.13 ERA. 4 starts, 1 complete game. It was a shutout. 25 hits in 24 innings, not bad. Sometimes you can tell a lot by looking a little bit deeper into the numbers. And for Bell, his biggest bugaboo has been the fact that he's allowed 5 home runs in 24 innings. Now, Bell did not give up a lot of home runs on his card. 5-2, 1-10, 1-9. There's the 5-9, 1-5, 5-9, 1-6. Pitcher's cards cannot do anything about home runs off the batter's card, okay? So I think that's a lot of Bell's problem so far. Lolich, actually with a little bit more of a long ball problem, and yet he's only allowed 1 home run in 35 innings. So there you go. Once again, and you'll hear me say this over and over, small sample size. But we're getting some good numbers together now. I mean, statistics-wise, right? I mean, we're getting enough games in. 22 games for Detroit, 19 for Cleveland. 23 about the average now, where these numbers are starting to make a little more sense. But still, the home run aberrations just mentioned, these things happen. Kenyon with some good numbers on Gary Bell. Yeah, he gave up his share of walks, didn't he? And there's Ben. Welcome, Ben. Yes, good hitters find a way. That's another good way to put it. I'm trying to get myself together today. I apologize. I've had a crazy day. I thought I almost had a new kitten, and apparently I was dealing with kind of a nut job. And it fell through. She was supposed to bring the cat over. Got a text saying, "I'm so sorry. My significant other left the car window down and the cat escaped." Now, I don't know if this was some kind of a Craigslist ploy to attain my address or whatever. Frankly, I don't care. I can tell you this is not the place people want to be coming into uninvited. I can assure you of that. Enough on that. Okay, here's the lineup for the Tigers today. Dick McAuliffe will lead off and play shortstop. Jerry Lumpy at second base in the 2 spot. Stormin' Norman. Norm Cash hits third and plays first. Al Kaline will be in center field today in the cleanup spot. Gates Brown is in left, batting 5th. Jim Northrup will be in right in the 6th spot. Don Wirth, the third baseman, hits 7th. Bill Freehan, the catcher, bats 8th, and Lolich, the pitcher, hitting 9th. For Cleveland, Del Crandall will be doing the catching. Brad Whitfield at first. Gonzalez and Hauser up the middle with Max Albus at third base, and the outfield left to right of Hinton, Davalio, and Jim Landis. And welcome to Kelly Hibbs. Greetings, Kelly. Hope your day is going well. Welcome, everyone. We're about ready to get this one underway. Bell has finished his warm-ups, and in steps McAuliffe. McAuliffe among the American League on-base percentage leaders. Despite the fact that he's hitting only .246, he's drawn 18 walks, 3 homers, 10 RBIs, left-handed batter. Here's the pitch from Bell. And we are underway on a 5-8 left-handed, a triple to 5. That's down for a base hit, and McAuliffe is aboard to lead things off. Leadoff single, Dick McAuliffe. McAuliffe not a threat to steal. And here's Jerry Lumpy now. Lumpy, the second baseman, left-handed batter, hitting just .241. 2 homers, 8 RBIs. Bell working from the stretch now. And here's the pitch to Lumpy. That's a 5-8, same number, 5-8 left-handed. The roll is a 9. That's a single, 2 stars. McAuliffe rounds and scoots into third, and Detroit is in business right off the bat here with runners at the corners and nobody out. Lumpy, a very slow runner, especially for a middle infielder, right? 4 second baseman. Terrible steal numbers and a 1-9 runner. That might be the slowest second baseman card I've seen, to tell you the truth. And now here comes the heart of the order. Norm Cash steps to the plate, hitting .275, 4 home runs and 10 RBIs. Infield will be back. Bell, a deep breath now from the stretch. Pitch to Cash, 4-7 left-handed. He struck him out. Big strikeout there by Bell. Not out of the woods by any means. Up steps Al Kaline. Kaline, the leading hitter on this team at .333, 4 home runs, and leads the team in RBIs with 15. Infield at double play depth now as Bell comes set and from the stretch delivers a 1-4, grounded to the pitcher, B. Okay, let's see what happens on that. I have to refresh my memory on this one. First and third, ground ball B. That will score a run. That's going to be a forced play, and the run will score. So that goes 1-4. Lumpy is forced. Kaline safe at first, and McAuliffe will cross the plate with the first run of the game. I had to look that up there. Ground ball B with the runner on third. Nothing normally happens, but first and third, it does. So an RBI for Kaline, his 16th of the year. And here's Gates Brown. Brown, as his manager once said, if the man could have fielded, he would have played every day. Tremendous hitter, terrible fielder. Runner on first with 2 away. And here's the pitch from Bell. It's a 1-10. Foul ball, right side. That's Whitfield under it. And he'll take it for the out, and that retires the side. The Tigers get a run on 2 hits and leave a man. And they take a 1-0 lead into the bottom of the first. Oh, is that so, Kenyon? You like this Tigers team? I have to say, for me, I get excited every time Cash and Kaline come up. Lolich, also a name I remember well from my youth. We were talking about Lolich yesterday, in fact, weren't we? Lolich. With that, was it 1971 or 72 when he pitched like 377 innings? Well, I've got this game pulled up. Be very easy for me to look at that right now. Yeah, here it is, 71, 376 innings. And he came right back the next year and pitched 327. 45 starts in 1971 with 29 complete games. How about those numbers? I know, right? Isn't that insane? It's insane. Let me get you the Cleveland lineup now. Vic Davalillo leading off in center field. Jim Landis will be in right field, hitting second. Chuck Hinton in left, batting third. Max Alvis at third base in the cleanup spot today. A day off for Rocky Colavito, sad to say. Fred Whitfield at first base in the 5 spot. Pedro Gonzalez, the second baseman, hit 6th. Dick Hauser will be at shortstop, hitting 7th. Del Crandall to do the catching and hit 8th, with Bell, the pitcher, 9th. Setting the Tigers for you defensively, Bill Freehan, of course, the catcher. The infield, first to third, of Cash, Lumpy, McAuliffe, and Don Wirt, with an outfield left to right of Gates Brown, Al Kaline, and Jim Northrup. Let me refresh this screen. That tends to bring up the bottom of the chat where I can see it. I tell you, Ben, there are times I wish we could go back. I'll say that for a fact. Yes, sir, those were the days. Here's Davalillo to lead it off. He's hitting just .241. 2 home runs, 9 RBIs, batting left-handed. Left on left here. Lolich from the windup. Here's the pitch now on a 3-8 left-handed. It's a homer to 3 on a 5, however. That's going to be a high fly ball to deep right field. Northrup on the track to make the catch. And there's one down. So Davalillo gave it a ride, especially for, well, actually he's an end against lefties. I was going to say especially for a week, but he's only a week against righties. Davalillo actually has end power against left-handed pitching. Surprising to me. Here's Landis now. Landis just 3 for 19 on the season. He's been in 10 games, mostly as a pinch hitter. Good defensive outfielder, though. Lolich into the windup. The pitch to Landis. 1-5 left-handed. Swung on and missed, strike 3. So a strikeout of Landis there by Lolich. And here's Chuck Hinton now. Hinton at .219. No homers, 3 RBIs. Lolich into the windup, delivers 5-5 righty, swung on and missed, strike 3, and Lolich announces his presence with authority here in the first inning, a 1-2-3 inning with 2 Ks, and after 1 complete in Cleveland, it's Detroit 1, Cleveland nothing. Gary Bell getting set to get things going here in the second. Northrup will lead it off. Jim Northrup batting .320 on the season, 8 for 25. He's been in 10 games. 3 home runs. Bell into the windup. That's a .410 left-handed. Fly ball to center and shallow. Charging in is Davalillo. He's there and makes the grab for the first out. That'll bring up Don Wirt, the third baseman. Wirt hitting .264. 2 home runs, 7 ribbies. Bell into the windup. 4-7 to the right-hander. Swung on and missed, strike 3. And there's Bell's second strikeout of the afternoon. And that will bring up the catcher, Bill Freehan. Freehan just .206 on the season. 3 home runs, 9 RBIs. Card, as you can see, much better than a .206 card. So Freehan trying to get it going. Bell gets the sign from Crandall. Here's the pitch. On a 2-5 right-handed. A double to 3 on a 16. He'll settle for a long single, and Freehan is aboard with a 2-out knock. And here's Lolich now. Lolich was a switch hitter, batting left-handed against Bell. Here's the pitch. It's a 2-9, swung on and missed, strike 3. Lolich down on strikes, side retired. We had no runs a hit and 1 left on. And it's still 1-0. A complete game. I think it is. Oh, let's open that up to the floor. sometimes on the spot things I should know. For some reason, I'm unable to answer. It reminds me, last night I watched this show on, what was it? Amazon Prime Video. It's a game show called The 1%, and they ask a bunch of these questions, and until I watched that show, I really had no idea how stupid I really am. You know what I mean? No, I got some of them, but it's like, holy crap, I missed that one? What is wrong with me? Here come the Indians in the bottom of the second. Max Alvis to start things off. Alvis batting .260. 4 home runs, 11 RBIs. Lolich into the windup now. That's going to be a 4-6 to the righty. A fly ball into right field. There's Northrup under it. And there's one down. Here's Whitfield playing against the left-hander, which I find a little bit surprising, but he is batting .302 on the season. 4 home runs, 13 RBIs. Still has some pop against lefties. Left on left now, Lolich into the windup. 6-7, fly ball to left field. Whitfield takes it the other way. Brown barely has to move and grabs it for the second out. And that'll bring up the second baseman, Pedro Gonzalez. Gonzalez hitting .282, 1 homer, 7 ribbies. Lolich gets the sign now. Pitch to Pedro, a 6'9" right-handed. That is a high fly ball to left field. However, that's going to be a single as Gonzalez is a weak. And it's a 2-out single for Pedro Gonzalez. Let's take another look. 6'9" right-handed, homer to 12. The roll is a 2, but as you can see, Gonzalez a W. He will settle for the long single, and Dick Hauser will be the hitter. Hauser has been playing more of late. He's only been in 6 ball games, but he's been the starting shortstop for the last 3 or 4. He's just 3 for 16. That's 188. Larry Brown has not played a while. He was the starting shortstop up until a few games ago. Lolich ready to work to Hauser. 5-4 right-handed. It's a fly ball to center field X. That's going to be K-line, a 2-E3 in center. K-line on his horse. Here's the play. On a 13, he runs it down. Nice catch, K-line. 8X. Hauser is retired, and that ends the inning. No runs, a hit, 1 left. We're through 2. Tigers 1, Indians nothing. Tigers came in 11-11. Cleveland 10-9. Fairly evenly matched on the mound. This has all the makings of a good one. We'll have to see how it unfolds. Bell ready to work now. Top of the order for Detroit. Here's McAuliffe, who led off the game with a base hit, came around to score. Bell gets the sign from Crandall. The windup and the pitch is a 6-7 left-handed. Grounder to second base X. That's going to be Gonzalez, a 3E14. Gonzalez ranging behind the bag. And here's the play on a 16. He's got it. Twists and throws in time. McAuliffe is retired. 4-3X. And Jerry Lumpy will be the batter. Lumpy also singled in the first. Bell into the windup. That's going to be a 2-9 right-handed. It's a 2-hopper to Gonzalez. He's got it. Sidearm to Whitfield. And there's 2 down. And here's Cash with 2 away, nobody on. Norm Cash 0 for 1. Bell into the windup. Pitch to Norm, a 5-6. Fly ball to straightaway center. Davalillo backs up a few steps and takes it to retire the side. So a 1-2-3 inning for Gary Bell. And it's still 1-0 Detroit. Nice duel going here this afternoon between Bell and Mickey Lolich. Crandall, Bell, and Davalillo due for the Indians. Lolich gets the sign from Bill Freehan. Now here's the windup and the pitch to Crandall. Oh my goodness, that's on top of another die, so that's a re-roll. Fouls one off, and the next pitch is a 4-8, single to 16, and on the 16, Crandall is aboard with a leadoff single. Knocked down at third by Wirt, but he had no play. And here's Bell now. Bell, a right-handed batter, 1W. Let's check his bunting rating. He is an A. Detroit will pull the infield in, making him a B, and he's going to lay it down. That's going to be a 6B, and that's a successful bunt by Bell. So Bell moves the runner over, tying run in scoring position for Vic Davalillo. Davalillo 0 for 1. Lolich, a glance at the runner. Now comes set, and the pitch to hit. 1-3 left-handed. Grounder to first base. Smothered by Cash. Underhands to Lolich covering. And Crandall moves up to third. Runner at third with 2 away. It'll be up to Jim Landis. Landis struck out in the first. Lolich glanced at the runner at third. Now the full windup and the pitch. 2-5. That's a double to 10. That will be an RBI single for Landis. And we've got ourselves a tie ball game. Crandall in to score. So Landis with the clutch 2-out hit ties the ball game up here in the third, and Chuck Hinton will be the batter. Hinton struck out against Lolich in the first. Lolich staring in now from the stretch. Delivers a 4-7 right-handed, and he loses him ball 4. So 2-out trouble here for Mickey Lolich. A single and a walk. And that will bring up Alvis. Max Alvis flew out to right his first time up today. First and second, 2 down. Lolich staring in. Here's the pitch to Alvis. 2-10 left-handed. It's a foul ball behind the plate. Freehand going back, and he grabs it to retire the side. Indians, however, pick up a run on a pair of hits and leave a pair. Through 3 complete here in Cleveland. It's a 1-1 ball game. This game through 3 playing pretty much as advertised. Of course, it doesn't always go that way, as we know. Collecting myself here a little bit. I'm trying to get my head in the game. Okay. How's everybody doing on a Thursday, by the way? Hope your day is going well. Bell's ready to go in the 4th. It's going to be K-Line, Brown, and Northrup for Detroit. K-Line 0 for 1. Bell gets the sign from Crandall. Now here's the windup. And the pitch to Al K-Line is a 2-5, and that ball is crushed to straightaway center field. Davalillo going back, and gone. Home run, Al K-Line, and the Tigers reclaim the lead. Oh my, let's look at that again. 2-5 righty, homer to 14. It's a 1. No doubt about it, and Al K-Line has his 5th home run of the season. And that'll bring up Gates Brown. Brown 0 for 1. I should mention that's the 6th homer allowed by Gary Bell. That bugaboo continues to haunt Gary Bell. Gates Brown at the plate, left-handed batter. Bell into the windup. Pitch to Gates is a 3-8. That ball is crushed to deep right field. Back goes Landis. It is gone. And the Tigers go back-to-back in the fourth, and it's 3-1. Let's take another look at that one. 3-8 righty. Homer to 12. The roll is a 6. Kaline and Brown go back-to-back, and for Gates, that's his first home run of the season. Bell gets a new ball. Shaking his head now. The home run ball has definitely been a problem for Gary so far this season. And here's Northrup now. Northrup 0 for 1. Bell gets the sign. Here's the pitch. 3-6 right-handed. It's a two-hopper to second. Gonzalez has it to Whitfield. And that's the first out of the inning. Here's Wirt now, 0 for 1. Struck out against Bell in the second. Bell staring in. Here's the windup on the pitch. 6-6 right-handed. Fly ball into center field. Davalillo to his right. Flags it down on the run for out number 2. And that'll bring up Freehand. Bill singled in the second. Bell staring in now. 4-4 right-handed is a fly to center field. X. That's Davalillo, a 2E5. Davalillo on his horse. Here's the play. On an 8, he's got it. Nice running catch by Vic Davalillo to retire the side. 8X, that'll go. 2 runs for Detroit on back-to-back homers by Al Kaline and Gates Brown, and they lead it 3-1. I know, Kenyon. I almost said it too. I let too much time pass and thought better of it. Cleveland will send up Fred Whitfield, Pedro Gonzalez, and Dick Hauser in the fourth against Mickey Lolich. Lolich staked to a 3-1 lead. Whitfield 0 for 1, standing in from the left side. Lolich gets his sign. The windup and the pitch, a 3-5. Ground ball to second base. That's going to be Lumpy. Fields it and sidearms to Cash for the first out. Here's Pedro now, 1 for 1. Lolich gets the sign. Pitch to Gonzalez, a 2-10 left-handed. That's a ground ball into the hole at short. McAuliffe has it, plants long throw in time, and quickly there are 2 down in the fourth. So Lolich staked to a 2-run lead. He's coming right after him now, and here's Hauser. Hauser 0 for 1 today. Here's the pitch to Mickey. That's a 5-4 right-handed. Fly to center field X. That's Al Kaline, 2E3. Kaline sprinting towards the gap. On a 19, he's there to catch up with it, and the side is retired. So 8X, Hauser retired. A 1-2-3 inning for Lolich. And we're through 4 complete. Tigers 3, Indians 1. Gary Bell loosening up. You know, Ben's comment raises a question for me. Does anybody know how many complete games there were in total in 2023? I'm going to say 6. It's just a guess, by the way. I don't think there were very many. So I'm going to go with 6. We'll see what happens. 35? No way. Really? That surprises me. Well, I guess you could have 1 per team, right? That would be 30. 35. So just over 1 per team. And Lolich in 71 had 29 by himself. Oh, the Giants with 4. Probably 3 of them were... why can't I think of names anymore? What is wrong with me? The guy that looks like a grown-up Opie from Andy Griffith. Come on, you know who I'm thinking about. He does! Great pitcher, though. The ace of their staff. Webb, there you go. Logan Webb. I was going to say Brandon Webb. I'm like, no, he's Arizona. Thank you, Kenyon. Senior moment. What can I say? Here's Lolich to lead it off in the 5th, batting left-handed. Bell delivers the 3-6. That's a 2-hopper to short. Hauser has it, throws him out. 1 down. 1 away, and here's McAuliffe. Dick McAuliffe 1 for 2 today. Bell into the windup. 5-7 left-handed. That's a ground ball to second. Gonzalez is on it. Throws to Whitfield in time, and quickly there are 2 down in the 5th. That'll bring up Lumpy. Jerry 1 for 2 today. Bell gets the sign. Here's the windup and the pitch. It is a 5-7 left-handed. That is a 2-hopper to Gonzalez. Flips it over to Whitfield, and it's an easy inning for Gary Bell. We go to the bottom of the 5th in a 3-1 game. Yeah, Logan Webb. That was my thought when I first saw when he first came out. The first time I ever saw him pitch, I'm like, oh my God, it's Opie. Little background on that. When I was working for the grocery business, I was well known for giving everyone nicknames. Most people liked it. There were a couple of people that took exceptions to their nickname, and I had to work around that. In some cases, even having to have a little sit down with HR. Okay, but I digress. Here come the Indians at the bottom of the 5th. Del Crandall will lead it off. Crandall 1 for 1, singled and came around to score the Indians' only run. Lolich into the windup. Pitch to Crandall's a 4-5 right-handed, swung on and missed, strike 3. That's Lolich's 3rd K of the game. And that'll bring up Bell. Bell will bat in the 5th. Right-handed hitter. Lolich with the delivery on a 2-6. Struck him out. As I said, Lolich is going right after these guys since being staked to the 3-1 lead. And here's Davalillo with 2 down. Vic 0 for 2 today. Left on left as Lolich delivers. 2-4. It's a 2-hopper to short. McAuliffe has it. Throws him out, and it's an easy inning for Mickey Lolich, who's now retired 7 straight. Through 5 innings, it's Tigers 3, Indians 1. Heart of the order due up against Gary Bell for Detroit. Cash, Kaline, and Brown. This is where Bell got in trouble the last time through this spot in the order. Cash 0 for 2. Bell gets the sign from Crandall now. That's going to be a 5-6 left-handed. It's a fly ball into straightaway center. Davalillo backing up a bit and hauls it in. And here's Al Kaline now. Kaline's driven in 2 of the 3 runs today. Homered his last time up. Bell gets the sign from Crandall. The pitch to Al Kaline is a 6-4 right-handed. That'll be a grounder to shortstop X. That's Hauser, a 4E42. Hold your breath on this one. Hauser behind the bag. It's in 10, that's the error range. We've got a roll of a 7 on a 42, and he boots it. Error Hauser, and K-Line is aboard. K-Line not a threat to steal. Gates Brown will be the batter. Brown homered his last time up, 1 for 2 today. Bell staring in now. From the stretch, it's a 6-11 left-handed, a fly ball to right field X. That's going to be Landis. Landis, a good outfielder, a 2E4. Landis on his horse now. That's a 9. That'll be the E rating. We've got a roll of a 6 on an E4, and oh my goodness, what a catch by Landis. Fly ball B, runner holds. And Landis just robbed Brown of extra bases. Fine play by Landis. Bell appreciates it. And here's Northrup with 2 down. Jim Northrup 0 for 2 today. Runner on first, 2 down. Bell delivers on a 6-5 left-handed. A grounder to short X. Hauser's going to be tested once again. A 4E42. And here's the play. On a 3, he's not going to get that. That's a single, 2 stars. And K-Line will scoot into third. And now Crandall is going out to the mound. Bell has to be frustrated. 2 playable balls to his shortstop. He's made an error and turned 1 into a single. And that'll give Don Word a shot here with runners at the corners and 2 down. Umpire going out to break up the conference on the mound now. So let's get going, boys. Crandall flashing some signs. Bell comes set from the stretch. The pitch to Don Word is a 2-9 right-handed, and that is ripped into the left center gap for extra bases. K-Line can walk home. Northrup will be held up at third on an RBI double by Don Word, and it is 4-1. And now there's action in the Cleveland pen. Jack Kralik, the left-hander, throwing. Things have not gone Gary Bell's way today, and he could be a bit frustrated. Bill Freehan will be the hitter. And they're holding out 4. They're just going to put him on and go after Lolich. Trying to get Bell out of this inning. Intentional pass to Freehan. Lolich 0 for 2, batting left-handed. Here's the pitch. That's a 6-6. Tapper to first base. Whitfield will take it himself, and that will do it. But the Tigers add on a run on 2 hits, and they leave the sacks full. That will be an unearned run as far as Bell is concerned. And it's 4-1 Detroit as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Lolich getting loose. Lolich has been in complete command of this ball game since K-Line and Brown homered to give him a 3-1 lead back in the 4th. It'll be Landis, Hinton, and Alvis for Cleveland. Jim Landis 1 for 2 today. Freehan flashing some signs. Lolich into the windup now. Here it is, 1-5, struck him out. So Landis goes down swinging for the 2nd time today. And that'll bring up Chuck Hinton. Hinton struck out and walked. Lolich into the windup. Pitch to Hinton is a 2-12 left-handed, and he loses him, ball 4. Hinton with his second walk of the afternoon. He's a star 15 stealer. Let's check the battery now. Lolich with a poor +3 hold, offset by Freehand's cannon -3 from behind the plate, so that's a wash. Hinton would be a 15, and they're going to hold him on, making him a 13. And Max Albus will be the batter with the runner held. Albus is 0 for 2. Lolich now working from a stretch. Delivery to Albus on a 6-6 right-handed. Ball 4, he loses him. After striking out Landis, suddenly a lapse of control for Lolich as he walks back-to-back hitters here in the 6th. And the tying run comes to the plate, and it's Fred Whitfield. Fred 0 for 2 today. Lolich, a 6-inning starter, which shocks me, actually. I just looked down at that. This was earlier in Lolich's career before he became the workhorse, I suppose. And there is action now in the Detroit bullpen. Fred Gladding throwing, the right-hander. First and second, 1 out. Here's Whitfield. Left on left. From the stretch, it's a 4-3. High fly ball to right field. That 20 is not flat. That's going to have to be a roll on the 20. 13. That ball's going to be caught up against the wall by Northrup. So Whitfield just misses launching one out of here. Fly ball B, runner on second can tag. Hinton a 16. +2, 18. Northrup -1, 17. Only out on a 20. He's going to tag up. And he'll take third on the fly ball. First and third, 2 down, and it's up to Pedro Gonzalez now. Remember, 1 hit or walk will fatigue Lolich. Lolich staring in now from the stretch. Pitch to Pedro is a 5-9. That's a grounder to short X. That's going to be McAuliffe, a 3E28. McAuliffe in the hole. Here's the play on a 19. He's got it. Throws across in time, and that will do it. 6-3X, side retired. No runs, no hits, 2 left on. And Lolich gets out of the inning unscathed. After 6 complete in Cleveland, it's 4-1 Tigers. And thank you, Mike C. I forgot his nickname was Ding Dong. Yeah, that was brought up on an earlier stream, earlier game this season. I forget why they called him that. Was it because he was a ding-dong, or was there another reason? Did he carry a bell around with him? Was he, a descendant of Mrs. O'Leary? You know Mrs. O'Leary, right? Mrs. O'Leary's cow. I don't know what made me think of that. Boy, that came out of nowhere. To the 7th we go in a 4-1 game. Top of the order for Detroit. McAuliffe 1 for 3 today. Gary Bell ready to work now as he gets the sign. Here's the windup and the pitch to McAuliffe on a 2-3. That's a 2-hopper to first. Whitfield will take it to the bag. And there's 1 down. Here's Lumpy. Lumpy 1 for 3. Bell into the windup. 2-6 right-handed. It's a comebacker. Bell snares it. Flips to Whitfield, and there's 2 out quickly here in the 7th. So Bell's pitched a fine game in his own right. He gave up those back-to-back homers, which really hurt. And the run in the 8th, really not his fault. Here's Cash now. There you go, Wilbur. Oh, Jesus. Oh, I can picture that horse. Oh, my God, that's funny. Yeah, there you go. So Ben nailed it. Bells go ding dong. Yeah, absolutely. Makes total sense. I can't get over that Wilbur. I wonder if Mr. Ed knew Arnold Ziffel. Here's Norm Cash now, 0 for 3 today. Bell into the windup. 4-11 lefty pops him up. That's going to be Whitfield, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Bell. That will be Bell's last inning of work as he's due to bat third in the bottom of the inning. So Bell's day is done. Kralik will be coming on. And Lolich is ready to work the bottom of the 7th. It'll be the bottom of the order. Hauser, Crandall, and a pinch hitter. Oh, Mike, you're late to the party on that one, buddy. I lost it a long time ago. Hauser 0 for 2, flew to center both times. Lolich gets the sign now. Here's the pitch to Hauser. It's a 5-8 right-handed. A grounder to second base X. That's going to be Lumpy, a 4-E8. Lumpy behind the bag. Here's the play. On a 16, he's there and throws him out one down. So Hauser's retired, 4-3X, one away, and here's Crandall, the catcher. Crandall singled and struck out. Lolich getting the sign now. Here's the pitch. 5-7 right-handed. That's a down for extra bases. That's going to roll to the wall. Crandall out of the box rounding. He's headed to second and is in there with a one-out double. Gladding ready in the Detroit bullpen. One more hitter walk will fatigue Lolich. And now we're going to have a pinch hitter for Bell. And right on cue, there's the Green Acres theme. And who else is grabbing a bat but Rocky Colavito? Colavito did not start today. He feels well enough to pinch hit. Colavito at .389 on the season, leads the ball club in every offensive category, including 7 home runs and 16 runs batted in. Runner in scoring position, 1 down. A hitter walk will knock Lolich out now. Here's the pitch from Lolich. 5-5, swung on and missed, strike 3. So Lolich fans Rocky Colavito. And with 2 out, it will be up to Vic Davalillo. Big strikeout there by Mickey. Davalillo 0 for 3 on the day. Lolich gets the sign from Freehand. Here's the pitch. It's a 6-11 left-handed fly ball into medium deep right field. Northrup has it, and that will retire the side. No runs, a hit, 1 left. We're through 7. And it is 4-1 Detroit. Wow, no way. Mike just points out that this was Crandall's last season as a player. Now, I remember Crandall as a manager coach. Was he a manager or just a coach? Well, not just. I mean, I don't mean it that way. I'm sorry. Manager or coach or both. Never saw him play. Kralik, the lefty, getting loose for the Indians. Bell, in his 7 innings of work, allowed 7 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned. He walked only 1, and that was intentional. Struck out just a pair. Kralik, the left-hander, on the replay. No record, but a 16.2 ERA. Just 1 2/3 innings. He got lit up. He'll be facing Kaline, Brown, and Northrup here in the 8th. Thank you, Mike. He was a manager. Kaline 1 for 3 today. Kralik, the lefty, into the windup now. That's a 4-8 right-handed. Pops him up. That's Whitfield. And there's 1 down. Gates Brown, let's see. He's going to come out for defense anyway. Northrup could play, I think Northrup could play left. They're going to send up Mickey Stanley to hit for Gates, and he'll stay in the game in center. Mickey Stanley hitting .308, 16 for 52. He does have 1 home run. 6 runs batted in. Kralik into the windup now. Here's the pitch to Mickey. It's a 6-8 right-handed, and that's ripped into the corner over the bag and down the line in left field. Stanley in cleanly with a stand-up double. So Mickey Stanley comes off the bench and doubles with 1 out. And here's Northrup now. Jim Northrup 1 for 3 today. Kralik set. Here's the pitch on a 2-4. It's a grounder to second base. Gonzalez to Whitfield. And Stanley will take third on the play. Two down, and it'll be up to Wirt. Checking the Cleveland pen here now. Steve Hargan, the right-hander, throwing. Here's Wirt, 2 down, runner at third. The pitch from Kralik. 5-6. 2-hopper to short. Hauser to Whitfield, and that'll do it. No runs, a hit, 1 left. Still a 4-1 game, and now we'll have some defensive changes for Detroit. Stanley, who pinch hit for Brown, will remain in the game in center. E2 -1. Kaline moves over to right, where he's a 1. Northrup moves to left. So Chuck Dressen shakes up his outfield, tightens it up a bit defensively, and we go to the bottom of the 8th. Lolich has reset his endurance by only giving up 1 hit in the 7th. And he'll be looking at Landis, Hinton, and Alvis. 4-1. Landis 1 for 3 today, singled and struck out twice. Lolich gets his sign from Freehand. Here's the windup to pitch to Landis, a 3-4, and he loses him, ball 4. So Lolich could be running out of gas. That's the 4th walk he's issued today. Larry Sherry throwing. Gladding still tossing lightly. Both right-handers in the Detroit pen. And here's Hinton. Hinton's walked twice today. Struck out in the 1st, walked in the 3rd, and walked in the 6th. Lolich now working from the stretch. Delivers to Hinton on a 4-5. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Oh my goodness, so Lolich still has something left there as he fans Hinton. And Max Alvis will be the hitter. Tiger fans I know, and myself personally, rooting for Lolich to get the complete one. Alvis 0 for 2 with a walk. Lolich from the stretch. Pitch to Alvis, a 3-6, swung on and missed, strike 3. So after a leadoff walk to Landis, Lolich fans Hinton, fans Alvis, and it's up to Fred Whitfield. Whitfield 0 for 3 today. Lolich gets the sign now. Pitch to Whitfield, a 6-7, fly ball to left field. That's playable for Northrup. He's under it, and the side is retired. So no runs, no hits, 1 left on after 8 complete. It's 4-1 Detroit. Kralik will come out to pitch the 9th. That'll be his 2nd inning of work. Freehand, Lolich, and McAuliffe do. Freehand 1 for 2, walked intentionally in the 6th. Kralik gets the sign from Crandall now. Here's the windup and the pitch. That's going to be a 4-6 right-handed. 2-hopper to short. Hauser on it. Throws to Whitfield, and there's 1 down. And here's Mickey Lolich now. Lolich, a switch hitter, will turn around and hit right-handed against Kralik. Kralik gets the sign. Here's the pitch on a 1-4. He struck him out. Left on left now against Dick McAuliffe. McAuliffe 1 for 4. Kralik delivers. 3-2, and he hits him. Oh my goodness. McAuliffe is hit by the pitch. That's the first time this season McAuliffe's been hit. He takes his base, and Jerry Lumpy will be the hitter. Let's check the Detroit bench here. Defensive substitutions, perhaps. No, they don't have anybody. So it'll be Lumpy hitting. Jerry's 1 for 4. Left on left as Kralik comes set from the stretch. 5-7. That's a base hit into right field for Lumpy, an open single. McAuliffe can't advance. He's a 14 with 2 outs, 16. Landis a +1, 17. And there he goes. With 2 outs, they're going to throw. He's in there. Lumpy at 1 through 9 will stay at first. First and third. Kralik got 2 outs quickly and then plunked McAuliffe. Lumpy with a base hit, and Norm Cash will stride to the plate. Long day for Norm. He's 0 for 4. Left on left as Kralik delivers. 2-4. He struck him out. So Kralik wiggles out of it, striking out Cash. No runs a hit, 2 left, and we go to the bottom of the 9th. Tigers lead it by 3. Mickey Lolich going for the complete game. Larry Sherry, team's save leader, ready behind him. Sherry has 5 saves on the season. Gonzalez, Hauser, and Crandall due up. Lolich getting ready to go for the complete game. He needs 3 outs. I want to thank everybody for hanging out with me here on a Thursday. My focus kind of scattered today. My apologies for that. Doing the best I can, fellas. Here's Gonzalez now. He's 1 for 3. Lolich gets the sign from Freehand. Here's the windup. The pitch to Pedro is a 3-7. He struck him out. So 3 of the last 4 batters have been fanned by Lolich. Let's count them up now. That's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 strikeouts now for Mickey Lolich. And here's Dick Hauser. Hauser's 0 for 3 today. Lolich staring in now. Comes set. The windup. Pitch to Hauser on a 2-3. Gets a comebacker snared by Lolich. He takes a couple steps towards first and flips it to Cash. And the Indians are down to their last out. And is it going to be Crandall? Crandall's got some pop against lefties. Most of the rest of their bench is lefties. Larry Brown's not really a better solution, so it's going to be Crandall. No obvious choice here to pinch hit. Plus, Crandall's 2 for 3 today. Why the hell would I pinch hit for him? Single and a double. Lolich into the windup. That's a 2-7. Base hit into right field, and Crandall with his 3rd hit of the day. And now we're going to have a pinch hitter. Kralik worked 2. And let's see who it's going to be. Larry Brown's grabbing a bat. If this was the tying run, I would send up Askew. Trailing by 3, however, they need 1 more base runner to make it interesting. Larry Brown, right-handed hitting shortstop on the season, hitting .235, no home runs, 2 RBIs. Lolich needs 1 more out. From the stretch now, the pitch to Larry Brown. 4-11 right-handed is a fly ball to left field X. That's going to be Northrup, a 4-7. Northrup racing towards the line. Here's the play on a 20. He's got it! And that ends the game. Oh, nice running catch by Northrup. Oh, my. I was thinking there for a minute, oh, my God, I should have brought in a defensive replacement for Northrup. But the play is made by Jim Northrup, and the ball game is over. No runs a hit, 1 left on. 4-1 is your final. A fantastic performance today by Mickey Lolich. Holy cow. Lolich with a complete game win. He's now 4-2 on the season. I'll have the totals for you here in a minute. Kralik in his 2 innings of work allowed 2 hits. No walks, 2 strikeouts. Lolich, a 5-hitter. Just 1 run allowed for Mickey. Didn't he walk 4? I thought he walked, yes, he walked 4. and he struck out 9. Totals today for Detroit: 4 runs on 9 hits, no errors. Indians just 1 run on 5 hits, no errors. Nope, 1 error, excuse me. That's right, there was an error by Hauser. Bell takes the loss, drops to 1-3. So Bell's tough luck continues. Player of the game has to be Lolich, I would say. Complete game 5 hitter with 9 strikeouts. And that's the ball game, folks. Thank you very much for watching. Looking ahead on the schedule, it'll be Boston at Kansas City tomorrow. Dick Stigman for the Red Sox. Ralph Terry makes kind of a surprise start there for the Athletics. Not the most exciting pitching matchup in the world, but hey, every game unveils itself in its own way, so who knows? It could be a really good one. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here, so I want to thank you guys again for hanging out with me. Have a great evening, and hopefully see you tomorrow. Take care, guys.